and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Yoshi's Woolly World on the Nintendo Wii U. I am one Welsh sheep yet again, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be tackling the hardest set of levels yet during the course of this game, ladies and gentlemen. Especially this next level, rolling down the river, because this level is only difficult for one particular reason. The collectibles. If we went for the collectibles, this would be an easy stage, but nope, collecting everything in this stage is an absolute nightmare. And we have a couple of new things to worry about during the course of it. Now obviously you've got these Shy Guy mooks, the same old Shy Guys that we've been come to expect throughout the course of the game so far. Whenever they jump, bounce off them in order to gain the height in order to collect that wool piece. But we do have, if you notice at the very start of the stage, giant fish to deal with. Now those giant fish enemies, they're fun things to deal with. He lied. Basically, if you get eaten by one of these giant fish mooks, immediate death. It is instant death to be eaten by one of these things. So just be careful of them. Try and go at a very slowish rate. Otherwise, you're going to be screwed. You are going to fail. These mooks are difficult. They are frustrating, and they are an absolute nightmare to take care of. Especially if you land a platform right underneath where one of them will spawn in, so it's kind of annoying. Now don't worry about if they do clip you, it's only if they eat you that they are instant kill, and you can kill them yourself by shooting them with like a yarn ball or something. But for the most part, I do just recommend avoiding them, ignoring them entirely, and only really attacking them if they're in your immediate way. Because otherwise, you're going to waste your yarn balls, and that's no good. You're going to want to keep as many of those things as physically possible. Or so I say, so in my professional opinion anyway. But yeah, like I said, the only reason this level is, I consider this level hard, is the collectibles. If it weren't for the collectibles, I'd go through the stage without any problem. But you will pretty much be at low health for the grand majority of this level if you don't know what you're doing, folks. So, just a bit of a warning, expect to be on low health quite a bit. Unless you're better than me at playing the game. In that case, don't comment that you're better than me at this game, because I really don't want to hear it. I want to think that I'm the best person at games on the planet, don't you know? And don't ruin my dreams. Don't ruin my dreams. But yeah, in terms of finding all the collectibles, though, I will be honest, this is one of the easiest stages just to find them. It's just collecting them overall is a lot more challenging. But hey, it's time for one of the mystery doors. We haven't seen one of these in a while, have we? What do we transform into this time, ladies and gentlemen? Now we are a Yoshi. Mermaid Yoshi, okay. They could have gone with a punny name, but no, they just went with mermaid form. Cool. Anyway, in order to use this form, you just use up, down, left, and right on the analog stick in order to move up, down, left, and right. Who'd have thunk that? And of course, whenever you go out to the water, you can sort of echo the dolphin your way up. And if you press the B button, you'll do a spin attack, which will hurt the cheeps that just happen to be in your path. Very easy little sequence, I do kind of like it. And one thing I want to talk about as well is the Yoshi type we are currently playing as. I'm currently playing as the Lakitu Yoshi. Now, if you don't know what the point of the Lakitu Yoshi is, well, simply put, it's a normal Yoshi, but it looks awesome. I don't know, I just love the way the Lakitu Yoshi looks in terms of color scheme. And if you look very closely at the bottom half, it's meant to be the cloud that the Lakitu's sort of ride on. And if you look at his stomach, it has like a smiley face. I don't know, it just makes me think he has 2 brains. And that's why this Yoshi is in particular is super smart. But yeah, from this point onwards, the stage effectively becomes an auto-scroll level, and you know how much I love those. And because of this is why the stage gets really difficult to collect the collectibles. Now you might be wondering, what's so bad about this? This is moving rather slowly, it gives you more than enough time to collect the collectibles, right? Yes, it does. But later down the line, it doesn't. It speeds up. And when it speeds up, it's a ruddy pain. It's a rudimentary pain in order to collect everything. What can I say? So just stay on your toes. That's all I can really say about this stage. And here's the proof you can actually kill these giant fish. There we go. The fish was in the way. He always jumps out at that particular time. So I figured, screw it, I might as well take advantage and nuke him. Nuke all of the fish. But yeah, that's all there is to this stage. Just riding the raft. I love the little animation Yoshi has. It's kind of, I don't know, it's adorable. It's like, oh shit, I'm on a waterfall, I'm gonna die! Actually, speaking of the animations, in a later stage, I think it's the stage that's going to be in next part. It's going to be like a spooky horror theme stage. And there's something I want to make note of Yoshi's animations in that stage in particular when I get to it. So, yeah, I'm hyping up the next part, ladies and gentlemen. Don't like it? Well, tough. It's my Let's Play series. No idea why you wouldn't like me hyping up a next part of an LP series. But either way, I digress. Anyway, that particular happy flower, nightmare to grab hold of. It's an absolute nightmare to grab hold of. And don't do this, ladies and gentlemen. You can get crushed, as I effectively just proven. So wait for your raft thing to go onto land by here. And when we reach the little goalpost thingy, as you can tell, we don't have everything just yet. Move underneath the waterfall and it should give us the last... Oh, there we go, there's the last wool piece. Very frustrating little wool piece to get, and I honestly wouldn't have found this if it weren't for Miiverse functionality popping in and going, hey, go under the waterfall, so thank you, random person on Miiverse. It is because of you that I am able to do this Let's Play today, so thank you, whoever you are. So, yeah, there's that. There is that. But we have just come down the river, so now it's time for us to move onwards to the next stage. I'm trying to keep... Oh my god, that happy face looks really depressed. It's like, angry face. That's not happy at all. Sorry, I got really distracted by that Miiverse post then. But with that, that's that level done, so... See what mysteries we've unlocked. Apple Yoshi! And no, not iPhone, not Apple Yoshi, but that would be pretty badass, wouldn't it? And a Yoshi designed based off like an Apple product, so you have an apple on a stomach. Actually, I would love to see that. Come on, Nintendo, you know you want to. Do an Apple Yoshi. You can have the Yoshi 5S or something like that. I don't know much about Apple. Like, I've got one Apple phone. I've only ever had one Apple phone, and that's that. And that's only one I got like a week ago, so my Apple knowledge is literally down to 0, and I've never had a Mac. But this stage by here, this, ladies and gentlemen, it's the return of Poochie, and oh my god, he can swim! Oh, he's so cute! Seriously, I love Poochie. I really love Poochie, especially in this game. He's so adorable. Oh, all of my love. But yeah, this, ladies and gentlemen, is a bit more of a puzzly stage in comparison to what we are used to, and it involves a lot of these switches that will modify the water level. Kinda like Wet Dry World in Super Mario 64, if anyone's played that. And it's, honestly, it's not that hard a stage, but this is one of the stages that may trick you if you don't know where to find all of the wool, or don't know where to find all of the happy flowers. You know, folks, this is a bit of an interesting stage to get through with all the collectibles, but in terms of difficulty, it's not very difficult at all. Like, the monkeys are easy enough to deal with. You can just shoot them at each other, and the monkeys, oh, they can swim, oh, so adorable. No, I'm a manly man. I'm a manly Let's Player with guns and fire and Dragon Ball and... I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But yeah, be careful to go to the left part to that glowing wall. That is an incredibly easy collectible to miss. More than plenty of times I've gone through this point of the stage, and I have always missed that collectible just because I go into autopilot mode when I play these games. I don't know if most people know most people do that, but whenever I play games like this, every now and then my brain will just go into autopilot and I'll start platforming automatically without really thinking. And when that happens, I just sort of forget to explore, which is it's my one worst week, my one nightmare when it comes to these sort of games, because then I just go into autopilot. I'm like, okay, where do I go next? Oh god, I'm lost. What do I do? But I digress. Anyway, as I said, this is more of a puzzle stage. You just need to find the right switches, put them up and down, change the water level accordingly in order to collect everything you can. These switches you can either activate by jumping into them, or you can throw one of the yarn balls at them as well to activate them. I don't like throwing the yarn balls into them personally because I feel that it's a waste. I might as well jump into them because I'm more than quick enough on my feet. I have enough Wisdom in the gotta go fast department in order to get to the next room before the water level rises. Wow! But that's just me, that is just me. Although you will find a lot of Koopa shells throughout the course of the stage, and the Koopa shells are particularly useful if you know how to manipulate them in this level. Because for those of you who don't know, the Koopa shells, whenever you spit them out of Yoshi's mouth, they will skim across the surface of the water. And when they are skimming across the water surface, well, all that basically amounts to is you'll be able to collect things quickly with them. You'll be able to... How? I just clipped through that. Huh. But you'll basically be able to use them to manipulate puzzles and what have you. Trust me, learning how the Koopa shells work is a must. Personally, in my professional opinion, ladies and gentlemen. Although I kind of noticed one little thing when I'm playing the game. In the previous two stages, there are frame rate drops. Like, the frame rate isn't at a full 60 FPS. I don't know if that's just a problem exclusive to me, but I have noticed that, and it kind of irks me whenever I see the frame rate dip. But that's probably because I've been playing on the PC for so damn long now that I'm just used to 60 FPS constantly. Well, I say that, but I'm doing upgrades soon because a lot of my more recent games have a lot of frame rate drops, but that's neither here nor there, personally. Anyway, you're going to want to ground pound at the last possible moment in order to collect the happy flower by here, and you need to spit the Koopa shell into that point in order for it to actually start lowering and automatically raising the water level, so just be careful of that. And even though I am missing one wool piece according to the way the game works, don't worry folks, don't worry. It might say I'm missing a water piece, but I am not. I know exactly where the wool piece. I know exactly where the wool piece is. I know exactly where to go, ladies and gentlemen. So don't you fret your pretty little heads about it, you know. But anyway, we are going to want to drag Poochie quite a long ways in this particular sequence in order to collect everything, because this is mainly a puzzle. The puzzle of this mainly revolves around Poochie. Like, it revolves around finding where to go with Poochie, finding out how to manipulate him in a specific way to collect everything. That's the main gist of this, you know, folks. So I just recommend jumping on Poochie, just moving from point A to point B. And one kind of neat little thing that I haven't yet to point out about Poochie is whenever you run into enemies with Poochie, they combust. They just sort of implode. So you can use that to your advantage if you don't like monkeys, for example. Die, monkey fiend! All the monkey scum in the world will perish before the might of the apple, Yoshi. But, I digress. And if you run across from one end of the room to the other, Poochie will automatically follow you, so you can sort of use that to your advantage in order to damage mooks, you know what I'm saying? But speaking of which, go down here, and that is the hardest happy flower in this particular stage to find. Very easy to miss. I have done many recording retakes of this level. Like, believe it or not, folks, this part took me, in terms of just raw recording, not including the editing and commentary, it took me about an hour, 2 hours, give or take, to record. Purely because I kept missing one power-up, one collectible in each little area. I just making simple mistakes that are costing me the part, and I had to do retakes of the whole thing. It's a nightmare. But I digress. Now that we use Poochie to get hold of that fantastic key, it's time to progress on to the rest of the stage and beat the next boss fight. By the way, folks, be careful going up here. These spikes run on Mega Man logic. If you touch a spike, no matter how high your health, you're going to die. So avoid the spikes at all costs. And your hitbox is bigger than it seems, so just be a little bit careful. Pay attention as you're going down. And you're also going to want to collect that exclamation mark, because otherwise the final wool piece will not show up. We do want this wool piece as quickly as possible, so be sure to grab that. And there's nothing really in the clouds, it's just health. I wanted to get the health, but unfortunately I was a moron and I jumped through the door instead, so sorry, I guess. Sorry. But let's see what lies on the other side. See what we have to deal with now.
You're getting tired now, aren't you? Eek! How about you take a quick shower and cool off?
how about you go and die? Yeah, I told you. So yes, now we got another Paratrooper boss fight to deal with, and same sort of shindig as beforehand. He's going to try and ground pound us. The difference is now he's going to destroy the platform from underneath. And what we need to do is sort of dodge him and make sure that he lands into the spike pit below the water. If you land in the spike pit below the water, you die, so don't do that. Now, from time to time as well, after you hit him once, he will start doing a wave attack like this. If you pay attention to the bottom of the seabed, you will see little currents flow in, and they will indicate where the giant tidal waves are coming from. So just use them to your advantage and find out where exactly, you know, when you should go, where you should go to, when you should jump. And there is that, basically. Now, the second phase is basically going to rinse and repeat the exact same thing again, so just lure him against the water yet again, ground pound him whenever possible, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. However, I believe the third phase is when he's going to change things up a little bit. Like, in the second phase, it's just a little bit quicker. He does the exact same tactics for the most part. But in the third phase now, he's going to get faster. He's going to start doing attacks a lot quicker. And when he does his little ground pound attack, he's going to do things a little bit differently. Instead of just ground pounding once, twice, 3 times, he's going to ground pound once, go straight up into the sky, and then he's going to try and kill you again. So try and blow yourself over a pit, and he should kill himself. And with that, that was yet another easy boss fight. Easy plays, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Paratrooper is now grounded trooper. Yeah. But I digress. Anyway, with that, folks, that is the end of this part, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. And don't be sheepish, people, because when we return next time, we will be starting off the second half of World 4, where the game's difficulty is going to skyrocket. That's a lie. It's actually not going to get too much harder. But, you know, I'm trying to rile you up, you know. I'm trying to get you excited. I'm trying to get you pumped for the next part, ladies and gentlemen. And we have Aqua Yoshi to help us out get through the challenges that await us. And that level coming up is one of the best levels in the game. I will talk about that when we get to it. So yeah, thanks for watching, people. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't be sheepish, people. Catch you all next time. Bye! Oh, that hurt my throat.